Hello everyone! Welcome to my About Human Beings Bible Study channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about the 3 time periods in human history. So let's get started. The time periods. God created the whole universe and the earth with so much effort and dedication in about 13.7 billion years, especially for us, human beings who appeared around 5 to 7 million years ago. But why would God have spent so much time creating everything focusing on human beings? God must have had a good reason, a big plan, right? Or would he really just want to watch us from above as we live, grow and die after 80, 90 or 100 years and that's it? God created humans because of love. God always wanted to be in a love relationship with us. Like me and God? Let me explain. How did God start making his plan a reality? Over 6,000 years ago, God chose Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden and started communicating with them. That's how the Bible started. God was teaching Adam and Eve various laws, telling them, do this, don't do that. And one of the key laws was, let's have a look at Genesis 2:17. But you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. The law was, do not eat the fruit. But then the snake came and tempted Eve. Genesis 3:2-5. You will not certainly die, the serpent said to the woman. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. In the end, Adam and Eve ate the fruit. But did they die? No, they still lived. Take a look at Genesis 3:23. It says, so the Lord God banished him, Adam, from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. So does this mean that the serpent was right and they didn't die? Well, there are 2 types of death. One is the physical death of the body, but there is also a second type of death. Let's take a look at Revelation 2:11. The one who is victorious will not be hurt at all by the second death. What is this second death? What causes it? Let's have a look at Ezekiel 18:4. The one who sins is the one who will die, which means that sin causes this death. What kind of death? Spiritual death, which is the breakdown of communication and the destruction of our relationship with God. That's what happened to Adam and Eve. They were this very special chosen people, but they sinned and died spiritually, just as God had warned them. At that moment, God's perfect plan of having a love relationship with humans shattered. Oh really? Why? Why was this spiritual death such a big deal? Well, let's think about it for a moment. For God's plan to work out, Adam and Eve need to communicate with God, learn from him, and obey the laws that he gave. Because they disobeyed, God's perfect plan was destroyed. God couldn't just carry on like nothing had happened. As a consequence, Adam and Eve were banished from Eden and could no longer receive God's wisdom nor discern between good and evil. We can see the consequences of this even today. People cannot feel God, they don't believe in him. There is so much suffering and evil in the world. The sin of Adam and Eve, called the fall, and spiritual death affected humankind for thousands of years. So what did God do about it? God started the salvation history, the work of getting people out of the low level that they had fallen into. God has been doing this in 3 stages: Old Testament, New Testament, and the 1,000 years history. Let's take a look at each one of them. The Old Testament. The relationship between human beings and God can be compared to that between a master and a servant. All Jewish teachers called God a master. Let's take a look at Numbers 12:7. But this is not true of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. God gave the law to the Jews through Moses, starting with the 10 commandments so that they can become good servants. As sinful people, they could go in front of God only by offering clean sacrifices, which was a pretty tough job to do. In the Old Testament, God also promised to come and save them from their misery. Did God keep his promise? You will find out from my Time Periods Part 2 video. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell.